two different classes remind me of a conversation that happened for many years in the field, that leaders and managers were different. That there was a difference between being a leader and a difference between being a manager. Now, in my personal career, in my working community, I see them coming together a great deal. But let me start by asking, and you can all unmute yourself, right? Someone's driving Zoom here? Okay. So in your mind, as you're talking about this, what do you think a leader is?
I think a leader is someone who isn't afraid to ask for help and isn't but also isn't afraid to speak out and be the one who sort of like leads others, and someone who also is independent, and someone who's also who will learn from their mistakes, because no one's perfect. Even the most famous leaders, they've had
our best learning is from our failures. Sure.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
I'm definitely somebody who's inclusive.
Inclusive.
And wants to, have everybody's input and opinion about things, because we make decisions together and not as one person. I feel like that's the difference between a manager and a leader, because being a leader, you have to work together and have that organization skills, and get everybody's input, like I said before. So definitely an inclusive person is a leader.
Okay.
I think a leader is someone who inspires people to be better and inspires them to have purpose and gives people purpose, like to build the world a better place by helping others and just by having people alongside you, I guess. Just inspiring others, really.
Great. Thank you.
I think a leader is someone who wants to see progress, no matter how small or how big that is. And they're willing to get out of their comfort zone and be the example to really start to make change happen and lead others and support others in that process.
I think a leader is someone who is comfortable to allow other people to speak out, because it's really important that you're not the only person in the front line speaking up. But it's really important that you have the ability to let others speak out, and you encourage to, it's okay to voice your opinion on your own. So just inspire.
Great.
On Ayana's point, sorry. Power isn't the main thing that a leader is looking for. I think kind of what she was also speaking on sharing that power, and being able to cultivate everyone's power so that we're all on more equal levels rather than like a hierarchical structure.
Building collective power versus individual power.
Yeah, kind of just to add on to that, I think a leader is someone who does work with the group. I don't think he tells the group to do the work, just do the work and not be part of it. I think there has to be that kind of important connection, and I think a leader is someone who realizes that there has to be that connection so you can understand everything that's going on.
So congratulations, you've just identified really 3 decades of progressive work, both in the social justice movement, among our training centers that are working to develop leaders and organizers, and then also among management theorists who are working to support people who lead organizations, who run organizations, who lead organizations. And you've identified a lot of the overlap and some of the differences. For many years, we did say a manager and a leader was 2 very different roles, and that managers directed, managers told people what to do. This is how many people have comparable work experience, being told what to do, managers, right? But today we're really looking at management theory that talks about leadership, that talks about inspiring employees. And, we heard some of this come through kind of the knowledge industry to start with, but today, I think you'll find that your average fast food manager has had a course in leadership development from their corporate headquarters about inspiring people to, in this week in particular probably, and how to protect themselves, wear their masks, deal with customers who aren't, how to be a leader and get people to follow the program is now considered part of management skills as well. And here's the other thing I want to tell you. Part of the leadership side has also started to look more closely at not just what personal individual skills do I have as a leader, how do I speak out, how do I inspire others, but how do I also build an organization? How do I build a movement? How do I build the capacity to make a demand and to win things collectively with other people, building collective power, not individual power, but building collective power so that we can assert a demand and we can have a win that changes the conditions we're living under and that inspires others to join us in the fight.